Announcer bot is active. Zon from United States is P6. John Lutton from United States is P1 with 80 kilos on softs. DeGraw from Canada is P4 with 67 kilos on mediums. Lutton is P1. Brian Story from Canada is P2 on mediums. Lutton is P1. Kevin Lekmansky from United States is P2 with 73 kilos on softs. DeGraw is P3. John Lutton is P1. Lekmansky is P2 on softs. Mark de Graaf is P3. Ludden is P1. Best lap is a 4:53.987. Story is P4. De Graaf is P3. Best lap is a 17:29.819. Lekmansky is P2. Best lap is a 6:08.204. "15 minutes remaining in the session. Mark de Graaf is P3. Martin Smith from Canada is P4 with 71 kilos on mediums. Story is P6. Lekmansky from United States is P2. Story is P7 on softs. Kevin Lekmansky is P3 with 73 kilos. Martin is P6 on hards. John Ludden is P2. Davidson is P8 on mediums. Martin Smith is P6. Kevin Lekmansky is P2 on softs. Best lap is a 3:30.436. Martin Smith is P7. Zahn is P6. Miller from Canada is P2 on softs. Best lap is a 2:28.065. Davidson is P6 on mediums. Miller is P3 on softs. Davidson is P6. Best lap is a 21:18.394. Kevin Miller is P4. Lekmanski is P3. Best lap is a 1:37.466. Miller from Canada is P2. Best lap is a 1:36.250. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Davidson is P6. Kevin Miller is P2. Lekmanski from United States is P4. Kevin Miller is P2. Lekmanski is P4. Brian Story is P6. Best lap is a 1:42.798. Davidson is P5. Best lap is a 1:42.781. Brian Story is P6. Davidson is P5. Best lap is a 1:39.122. Kevin Lekmanski is P4. Davidson is P5. Kevin Miller is P2. John Ludden is P1. Best lap is a 1:34.978. Miller is P2. Ludden is P1. Miller is P3. Ludden is P1. Lekmanski is P2 on softs. Best lap is a 1:35.207. Martin is P7. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Ludden is P1. Martin is P7. Ludden is P1. Kevin Lekmanski is P2. Ludden is P1. Kevin Miller is P3. Ludden is P1 with 80 kilos. Miller from Canada is P3. Joseph from United States is P9 on softs. Kevin Miller is P3. Martin is P5. Best lap is a 1:37.584. Miller is P3. Kevin Lekmanski is P2. Martin Smith is P5. Zahn ahead is off pace. Joseph Cote is P8. Lutton is P1. Story is P7. John Lutton is P1. Lekmansky is P2. Brian Story is P7. Kevin Miller is P3. Kevin Lekmansky is P2. Zahn is P6 on softs. The qualification session is at Brands Hatch Circuit in Foxham, Great Britain. The wind speed is 4 km/h from the north-northeast. The qualifying session is now underway. DeGraw from Canada is P2 with 67 kilos on softs. Lekmansky from United States is P4 with 73 kilos on softs. DeGraw is P2. Myers from United States is P9 with 16 kilos on softs. John Ludden from United States is P2 with 80 kilos on softs. Ludden improved his P1 with a 135.156. Zahn from United States is P5 on softs. David Zahn improved his P3 with a 135.498. 0.342 behind the leader. Kevin Miller from Canada is P6 on softs. Miller improved his P4 with a 135.662. 0.506 behind the leader. Lekmansky is P5. Ludden is P1. Best lap is a 135.156. John Ludden is provisional pole with a 135.051. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Myers is P7 with 16 kilos. John Ludden is P1. Myers is P7 with 16 kilos. Zahn is P3. Best lap is a 135.498. 0.447 behind the leader. Joseph Cote from United States is P2 on softs. Joseph Cote is provisional pole with a 1:35.050. Kevin Lekmanski is P5. Kevin Lekmanski improved is P3 with a 1:35.223. 0.173 behind the leader. Marc Degraw is P8. Marc Degraw improved is P6 with a 1:35.710. 0.660 behind the leader. Martin Smith from Canada is P7 with 71 kilos on softs. Martin Smith improved is P7 with a 1:36.483. 1.433 behind the leader. Degraw is P6 with 67 kilos. Joseph is P1 on softs. Joseph Cote is provisional pole with a 1:34.901. Ludden is P2. Best lap is a 1:35.051. 0.150 behind the leader. Bjorn from United States is P9 with 21 kilos on softs. Best lap is a 1:43.669. 8.768 behind the leader. Marc Degraw from Canada is P6 on mediums. Best lap is a 1:35.710. 0.809 behind the leader. Lekmanski is P3 on mediums. Best lap is a 1:35.223. 0.322 behind the leader. John Ludden is P2. David Zahn is P4. The race session is at Brands Hatch Circuit in Foxham, Great Britain. The wind speed is 4 km/h from the northeast. Joseph from United States is P1 on hards. Ludden from United States is P2 with 80 kilos on softs. Kevin Lekmanski from United States is P3 with 73 kilos on mediums. David Zahn from United States is P4 on mediums. Kevin Miller from Canada is P5 on softs. De Graaf from Canada is P6 with 67 kilos on mediums. Martin from Canada is P7 with 71 kilos on hards. Myers from United States is P8 with 16 kilos on mediums. Bjorn from United States is P9 with 21 kilos on mediums. Joseph is P1. John Ludden is P2. Lekmanski is P3. Davidson is P4. Miller is P5. De Graaf is P6. Martin Smith is P7. Myers is P8. Bjorn is P9. Joseph Coate is P1. John Ludden is P2. Kevin Lekmanski is P3. Zahn is P4. 20 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. Kevin Lekmanski is P2. John Ludden is P2. Davidson is P5. John Ludden is P2. Mark de Graaf is P4. Zahn is P6. Ludden is P2. Martin Smith is P8. John Ludden is P2. Bjorn is P9. Miller is P5, 0.3 seconds behind de Graaf. Bjorn is P9, 0.1 seconds behind Martin. Best lap is a 1:48.071. 5.081 off the fastest lap. Mark de Graaf is P4, 0.3 seconds ahead of Kevin Miller. Kevin Lekmanski is P3, 0.3 seconds ahead of Mark de Graaf. Miller is P5 on softs, 0.2 seconds behind de Graaf. Mark de Graaf is P4 0.4 seconds behind Lekmanski. Ludden is P2 0.2 seconds behind Joseph Cote. Mark de Graaf from Canada is P4 0.3 seconds ahead of Kevin Miller. Ludden is P2 battling Joseph Cote. Miller is P5 battling de Graaf. Joseph on lap 3 is P2 0.1 seconds behind John Ludden. David Zahn is P6 0.1 seconds behind de Graaf. Best lap is a 1:36.241. 0.254 off the fastest lap. Joseph Cote is P2 0.4 seconds ahead of Lekmanski. De Graaf is P6 0.2 seconds behind Zahn. Lekmanski is P3 0.3 seconds ahead of Miller. Bjorn is P7 0.2 seconds behind de Graaf. Lekmanski is P3 0.2 seconds ahead of Miller. Best lap is a 1:36.372. 0.385 off the fastest lap. Mark de Graaf is P6 0.2 seconds ahead of Bjorn. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Kevin Lekmanski is P4 with 73 kilos 0.2 seconds behind Kevin Miller. Zahn from United States is P6 0.2 seconds ahead of Bjorn. De Graaf is P5 0.4 seconds ahead of David Zahn. Best lap is a 1:36.423. 0.436 off the fastest lap. Miller is P3 0.5 seconds behind Joseph. Zahn is P6 0.3 seconds behind Mark de Graaf. Bjorn Heyman from United States is P6 0.2 seconds ahead of David Zahn. Kevin Miller is P3 0.6 seconds behind Joseph Cote. Bjorn is P6 0.4 seconds behind Mark de Graaf. Gregory Myers is P8 0.5 seconds behind David Zahn. Kevin Miller is P3 0.5 seconds behind Joseph. Ludden is P1 with 80 kilos 0.6 seconds ahead of Joseph Cote. Joseph is P2 0.9 seconds ahead of Kevin Miller. Bjorn Heyman on lap 5 is P5 0.4 seconds behind de Graaf. Mark de Graaf is P4 0.4 seconds behind Lekmanski. Lekmanski is P3 0.3 seconds ahead of Mark de Graaf. Björn Heyman is P5 0.5 seconds behind Mark de Graaf. De Graaf is P4 0.5 seconds behind Kevin Lekmanski. Björn is P5 0.4 seconds ahead of Joseph. Myers is P7 0.5 seconds ahead of David Zahn. Best lap is a 1:36.491. 0.505 off the fastest lap. Joseph Cote is P5 0.5 seconds behind Mark de Graaf. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Zahn is P8 0.4 seconds behind Gregory Myers. Björn Heyman is P5 0.2 seconds behind Joseph. Best lap is a 1:35.987. 0.058 off the fastest lap. Mark de Graaf is P6 battling Joseph Cote. Myers is P6 0.3 seconds behind Joseph Cote. Zahn is P7 0.4 seconds behind Joseph. Joseph Cote is P6 0.3 seconds ahead of Zahn. Myers is P6 with 16 kilos battling Joseph. Gregory Myers entering the pits after 7 laps on mediums is P6. Joseph entering the pits after 7 laps on hards is P7. Joseph Cote is P7 on hards 0.5 seconds behind Martin Smith. Ludden from United States is P1 2.9 seconds ahead of Miller. Myers is P9 on mediums. Joseph ahead is off pace. Joseph entering the pits is P8. Martin Smith is P6 4.1 seconds ahead of de Graaf. Mark de Graaf is P7 3.4 seconds behind Martin Smith. Gregory Myers is P8. Kevin Miller is P2 1.8 seconds ahead of Kevin Lekmanski. Miller entering the pits after 8 laps on softs is P2. Bjorn Heyman is P4. Bjorn entering the pits after 8 laps on mediums is P4. David Zahn is P5. Zahn entering the pits after 8 laps on mediums is P5. Kevin Miller on lap 8 is P4 4.3 seconds ahead of Martin. Gregory Myers on lap 8 is P8. Kevin Miller is P5. Myers is P6 with 16 kilos 0.5 seconds behind Miller. David Zahn on lap 9 is P8 3.4 seconds behind Bjorn Heyman. Gregory Myers is P6 1.9 seconds behind Miller. Martin on lap 9 is P3 1.7 seconds ahead of Marc de Graaf. Five minutes remaining in the session. John Ludden is P1. Martin Smith is P3 1.5 seconds ahead of Marc de Graaf. Bjorn is P7 1.6 seconds behind Myers. Martin Smith is P3 1.2 seconds ahead of Marc de Graaf. John Ludden is P1. Best lap is a 1:35.982. 0.053 off the fastest lap. Ludden entering the pits after 10 laps on softs is P1. Lekmanski is P2. Lekmanski entering the pits after 10 laps on mediums is P2. John Ludden is P1. De Graaf entering the pits after 10 laps on mediums is P4. Bjorn Heyman is P7 0.1 seconds behind Myers. Marc de Graaf is P7 0.8 seconds behind Gregory Myers. Best lap is a 1:36.415. 0.486 off the fastest lap. Myers is P6 with 16 kilos 0.2 seconds behind Bjorn Heyman. Bjorn is P5 0.5 seconds ahead of Myers. De Graaf is P7 1.3 seconds ahead of Zahn. John Lutton is P1 with 80 kilos 1.5 seconds ahead of Martin Smith. Marc de Graaf is P7 1.3 seconds ahead of David Zahn. Martin entering the pits after 11 laps on hards is P2. Martin is P2. Zahn is P8 1.4 seconds behind Marc de Graaf. Martin is P4 on hards 2.2 seconds ahead of Björn Heyman. Lutton is P1. De Graaf from Canada is P7 1.4 seconds ahead of Zahn. Martin is P6 2.0 seconds ahead of de Graaf. De Graaf is P7 1.5 seconds ahead of Zahn. Lutton is P1 2.1 seconds ahead of Kevin Lekmanski. Myers is P5 with 16 kilos 4.0 seconds ahead of Martin. John Lutton ahead is off pace. Lutton entering the pits after 3 laps on softs is P4. Björn is P3 1.7 seconds behind Miller. Martin is P5 1.2 seconds ahead of de Graaf. Marc de Graaf is P6 1.1 seconds behind Martin Smith. Martin Smith is P5 0.9 seconds ahead of de Graaf. Lekmanski is P1 4.4 seconds ahead of Kevin Miller. The leader has just finished the race. Kevin Lekmanski finished P1. Miller finished P2. Björn finished P3. Gregory Myers finished P4. Martin finished P5. Marc de Graaf finished P6. David Zahn finished P7. Myers finished P4. David Zahn finished P7. Kevin Lekmanski from United States finished P1. Joseph is P9. Zahn finished P7. The race session is at Brands Hatch Circuit in Foxham, Great Britain. The wind speed is 2 km/h from the northeast. De Graaf from Canada is P2 with 67 kilos on mediums. Martin from Canada is P3 with 71 kilos on hards. Gregory Myers from United States is P4 with 16 kilos on mediums. Bjorn Heyman from United States is P5 with 21 kilos on mediums. Kevin Miller from Canada is P6 on softs. Kevin Lekmanski from United States is P7 with 73 kilos on mediums. Lutton from United States is P8 with 80 kilos on softs. Joseph Coate from United States is P9 on hards. Zahn from United States is P1 on mediums. Mark de Graaf is P2. Martin Smith is P3. Gregory Myers is P4. Bjorn is P5. Miller is P6 on mediums. Kevin Lekmanski is P7. John Lutton is P8. Joseph Coate is P9. Zahn is P1. De Graaf is P2. Martin Smith is P3. Gregory Myers is P4. 20 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. De Graaf is P2. Lekmanski is P6. Martin is P3. Myers is P5. Bjorn is P4. Kevin Lekmanski is P7. Bjorn is P4. Kevin Lekmanski is P6. Bjorn Heyman is P4. Miller is P7. Martin is P4 0.3 seconds behind Bjorn Heyman. Kevin Miller is P7 on mediums 0.2 seconds ahead of John Ludden. Joseph Cote is P9 0.2 seconds behind Ludden. Best lap is a 1:47.257. 4.509 off the fastest lap. Miller is P7 0.4 seconds behind Kevin Lekmanski. Gregory Myers is P5 0.2 seconds behind Martin. Kevin Miller from Canada is P7 0.1 seconds behind Lekmanski. Gregory Myers on lap 2 is P5 0.2 seconds behind Martin Smith. Bjorn is P3 1.3 seconds behind Zahn. Gregory Myers is P5 0.1 seconds behind Martin. Miller is P7 on mediums 0.1 seconds behind Kevin Lekmanski. David Zahn on lap 3 is P2 0.5 seconds behind de Graaf. Kevin Miller on lap 3 is P5 0.3 seconds ahead of Gregory Myers. Zahn is P2 0.5 seconds behind Marc de Graaf. Gregory Myers is P5 0.3 seconds ahead of Martin Smith. Martin Smith from Canada is P7 battling Lekmanski. Myers is P5 0.5 seconds behind Kevin Miller. Martin Smith is P7 0.5 seconds behind Lekmanski. Bjorn Heyman is P3 0.4 seconds behind David Zahn. Gregory Myers is P5 0.4 seconds behind Kevin Miller. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Bjorn Heyman is P3 0.3 seconds behind David Zahn. Lekmanski from United States is P6 0.4 seconds behind Myers. Bjorn Heyman is P3 0.5 seconds behind Zahn. Best lap is a 1:35.421. Kevin Lekmanski is P6 on mediums 0.5 seconds behind Myers. Bjorn is P3 0.5 seconds behind David Zahn. Lekmanski is P6 with 73 kilos 0.4 seconds behind Gregory Myers. Bjorn Heyman is P3 0.4 seconds behind David Zahn. Kevin Lekmanski is P6 0.4 seconds behind Gregory Myers. Bjorn Heyman is P3 0.5 seconds behind David Zahn. Lekmansky is P6 with 73 kilos 0.5 seconds behind Gregory Myers. Bjorn Heyman is P3 with 21 kilos 0.5 seconds behind David Zahn. Lekmansky is P6 0.5 seconds behind Myers. Gregory Myers on lap 5 is P5 0.4 seconds behind Miller. Martin is P7 0.4 seconds ahead of Joseph. Bjorn is P3 0.4 seconds behind Zahn. Joseph Cote is P8 0.3 seconds behind Martin. Bjorn on lap 6 is P3 0.2 seconds behind David Zahn. Martin is P8 0.1 seconds behind Joseph. David Zahn is P3 0.4 seconds behind Bjorn. Gregory Myers is P5 0.3 seconds behind Miller. David Zahn is P3 0.3 seconds behind Bjorn. Gregory Myers is P5 0.3 seconds ahead of Lekmansky. Kevin Lekmansky is P6 on mediums 0.3 seconds behind Myers. Minutes remaining in the session. DeGraw is P1 0.5 seconds ahead of Bjorn Heyman. Best lap is a 1:36.205. 0.784 off the fastest lap. Kevin Lekmansky is P5 0.7 seconds ahead of Myers. Best lap is a 1:36.527. 1.106 off the fastest lap. Bjorn entering the pits after 7 laps on mediums is P2. Bjorn is P3 0.4 seconds behind David Zahn. David Zahn is P2. Myers is P8 on mediums 1.0 seconds behind John Ludden. David Zahn is P2 3.2 seconds behind DeGraw. Myers is P9. Bjorn Heyman is P9. Kevin Lekmanski is P4, 0.9 seconds behind Kevin Miller. Lutton is P6, 0.5 seconds behind Joseph. Lekmanski is P4, 0.3 seconds behind Kevin Miller. Joseph Coate from United States is P6, 0.1 seconds behind John Lutton. Zahn entering the pits after 8 laps on mediums is P2. Miller entering the pits after 8 laps on mediums is P4. Joseph entering the pits after 8 laps on hards is P6. Gregory Myers is P8, 4.6 seconds ahead of Bjorn. Zahn is P7, 4.1 seconds behind Martin. Miller is P6, 1.4 seconds behind David Zahn. Bjorn is P9, 0.4 seconds behind Joseph. Gregory Myers is P7, 1.0 seconds behind Kevin Miller. Best lap is a 1:36.734. 1.313 off the fastest lap. Bjorn Heyman is P8, 0.8 seconds ahead of Joseph. Five minutes remaining in the session. Kevin Miller is P6, 1.0 seconds behind David Zahn. Bjorn is P8, 0.9 seconds ahead of Joseph Coate. Kevin Miller is P6, 1.1 seconds behind Zahn. Bjorn Heyman is P8, 0.6 seconds ahead of Joseph. Mark de Graaf is P1. Lekmanski entering the pits after 10 laps on mediums is P2. Lutton entering the pits after 10 laps on softs is P3. Joseph Coate is P9, 0.4 seconds behind Bjorn. Lutton is P2. Bjorn is P7 with 21 kilos, 0.3 seconds behind Gregory Myers. De Graaf entering the pits after 10 laps on mediums is P9. Marc de Graaf is P9. Bjorn is P7, 0.4 seconds ahead of Joseph Cote. Joseph Cote is P7, 0.1 seconds ahead of Bjorn Heyman. Best lap is a 1:35.900. 0.479 off the fastest lap. Joseph entering the pits after 3 laps on hards is P8. Davidson is P3, 0.8 seconds ahead of Miller. Martin Smith is P1. Martin entering the pits after 11 laps on hards is P1. Davidson is P3, 0.7 seconds ahead of Miller. Martin is P4, 0.6 seconds ahead of Kevin Lekmanski. Best lap is a 1:37.344. 1.923 off the fastest lap. Miller is P3, 0.5 seconds behind Zahn. Martin Smith on lap 12 is P7, 0.3 seconds behind Bjorn Heyman. Miller from Canada is P3, 0.6 seconds behind Zahn. Ludden from United States is P1. Kevin Miller is P3, 0.6 seconds behind David Zahn. De Graaf on lap 12 is P8. Miller is P3, 0.7 seconds behind David Zahn. Ludden on lap 13 is P1. The leader has just finished the race. Ludden from United States finished P1. David Zahn finished P2. Miller finished P3. Kevin Lekmanski finished P4. Myers finished P5. Bjorn Heyman finished P6. Martin finished P7. Marc de Graaf is P8. De Graaf finished P8. Miller finished P3. Lekmansky finished P4. Miller finished P3. Zahn finished P2. Miller from Canada finished P5 on mediums.